bomb at Bravo. Get over there.
Ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, fuck! I should have actually just pulled the fucking trigger. I should have committed, man. Fuck! I got him.
Oh my god. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys liked that first clip. Credit goes out to my boy GWatt. Incredible shot goes out to an incredible player. So today I want to show you guys my top 5 go-to Warzone classes, and let's just get straight into it because I know my commentary can go on for a pretty long time because I tend to ramble. So let's just start with the first class setup. First class setup I have is the M4, and I like to call this my Nick Merckx class. This is an actual copy for copy of his class setup that he uses while playing Warzone. So he has the mono on, stock M16 Grenadier, Ranger foregrip, 60 round mags, and also the no stock. I tend to switch out the no stock sometimes for stipple grip when I would need just more accurate aiming, but for the most part I have no stock on. Quick note, is it just me or did they nerf the M4 today with like a stealth nerf? Because when using the M4 today, I felt like it doesn't chop as hard like it used to, and it has like slightly more recoil. It could be just me, but if you guys noticed it too, please leave it down in the comments below. Let's go to my secondary. I'm gonna have the RPG. A lot of people are gonna have the RPG now. Just how versatile the RPG can be. You can hit people from range, hit people from in windows. Just the amount of things you can do with an RPG is incredible. So you're gonna see a lot of people running this, and with Warzone, more people tend to use cold-blooded than EOD. So not a lot of people are protecting themselves from explosives. So the RPG is definitely deadly. So going into my perks, like I said, a lot of people are running cold-blooded like I am. So I like to run cold-blooded for the snipers. I have Ghost on, and I got Amp to get my RPG out quick. So for the most part, these perks are gonna stay the same. I like to mess around with double time, but I absolutely hate getting sniped by those thermal snipers. So I'm gonna have cold-blooded on for like 90% of the time. In the perk 2 slot, you can run Ghost or High Alert. Apparently High Alert got a huge a huge buff in the recent patch notes. So I want to try this out eventually, but Ghost is just too dominant in Warzone, so it's hard to take it off. And then to the perk 3 slot, you can go with many things here. You can run, I typically run Amp most of the time, but you can go with Battle Hardened, but not a lot of people run Stuns and Flash in Warzone. Or you can go with Tracker. That can be pretty useful in situations. But for the most part, like I said, the perks are gonna stay the same. Lethals are gonna be C4s, probably all the time, every time, just so I can take out those vehicles quick. And then for tactical, it's gonna be heartbeat sensor every time as well. And let's go into my second class setup. The second class setup, I have the AX50 running the mono suppressor, 32 factory barrel. I have the tac laser, variable zoom scope, and sleight of hand. I know I'm not running thermal. I'm not a big fan of the thermal scope. Personally, I like the variable zoom scope and how versatile that can be as well. And I know a lot of people run ADS speed like attachments like stippled, and I know people run this one, Syngard Arms Assassin, for the quicker ADS. But I feel like in Warzone, you're not out there trying to quick scope everyone. You're trying to get your shots lined up and perfect on their head. So I want my shot to be stable as possible. So my only ADS help is going to be the tac laser, which also helps aiming stability as well. So win-win, win-win. Running secondaries for the class is going to be the MP7, probably my favorite SMG in Warzone. And this is what I'm running with it, the mono suppressor, like on every single class. FSS Recon barrel. I'm running the Merc foregrip, 60 round mags, and stippled grip tape. For all the classes, you can see the similarities. You want a lot of ammo. You want the longest barrel possible for that recoil control, the bullet velocity, and the damage range. And then mono suppressor for the damage range and sound suppression, just for the fact that you're mapping people from very long ranges in Warzone, and gunfights can get pretty far at a distance. So you want just attachments helping with your range as much as possible. So that's my MP7 class. So perks, other than the Ghost Overkill, obviously for the MP7, but everything else is going to be the same. Third class is my M13, so a gun that I recently started enjoying using. It actually doesn't hit as hard as, let's say, the M4 or the GRA, but just the fact that how accurate it is, all your shots connecting, it can actually down people fairly quickly. So for this class, I actually don't have any ADS attachments for it. I'm gonna run mono, Tempest Marksman, which like the other classes is gonna help with damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Got commando foregrip for this one, 60 round mags, and this one I'm actually experimenting with on this gun. So far I'm liking it, but that could change in the future, which is the Monaco reflex sight. If you guys want to make this gun a little faster, you can take off the commando and go with stippled, because honestly it doesn't really need an underbarrel, because this gun is just accurate on its own already. So it's personal preference. So obviously you guys can take all the classes I tell you here and make it fit with your play style. This classes that I make work with me. I tend to rush to get position and shoot people at like kind of like a medium to long range. So this is why I have my classes set up this way. But yeah, just make it work for yourself. So according to the fourth class setup, and this is the class that I use when late game, when I come back from late game. Let's say I come back from Gulag with like 20 people left in the match. I want to come back and I want to have full ammo, so I'm gonna run pretty much the same attachments like I had in my other MP7. Instead of the 60 round, I'm gonna have fully loaded, so when I come back from the Gulag, I don't have to go searching for ammo. So I have that right away, and I'm ready to get in the gunfight ASAP and help my teammates out. And I'm gonna run it with the M4, and this one actually needs the 60 rounds, so I'm gonna switch it for fully loaded. So pretty much the same idea as the MP7, for pretty much just for the longer ranges. So you can switch between the two, and this one I'm gonna have double time, so I can run away from circle if I need to, and pretty much play for positioning. But everything else is gonna be the same. And my final classes is, I like to keep this class open and just test things out. So right now at the moment, testing out the mini Uzi, because I realize how like the ground like mini Uzi you get in the beginning of matches, those guns actually chop people up quickly. So I wanted to see what happens if I make my own class and use that. So pretty much mono suppressor like always. Got the 16.5 factory carbine. I got the mini reflexes because the iron sight aren't too bad, but for Warzone I think I want to be more precise, so I got the mini reflex on, stippled, and then typically run the AE 32 round mags, but the 32 clip is just too little for Warzone, so I gotta run 50 rounds. And honestly, there's not that much of a noticeable difference, so I'd rather take the one with more ammo and sacrifice the damage and range. So running the RPG with this one, and then same perks, same lethal, same tactical, same everything. So those are my 5 favorite classes for Warzone. If this is similar to what you guys use, let me know down in the comments below. If you think I can change something to make something better, please let me know. I'm always open ears to see how I can improve on anything. So I hope you guys liked the video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did. Peace out, guys. Thank you. And real quick, just so you guys don't think that I'm some random player just babbling on about classes without having the credentials. So far I have 4 days played, total of 371 games, average score of 5,641. My KDR in Warzone is currently a 2.92. That's been going up a lot lately. And my wins is at 66 wins with top 10s and 198. So yeah, just want to show you guys that I'm not messing around, pretty much.